The dark nights of the soul. Why is it important to talk about this subject? It is a choice the soul has made. Tough, difficult. The only answer that we can give to this life journey becomes something really enjoyable. That is what we call the dark nights of the soul. And you live life the way you designed it to live.
No, we go easy.
Okay, so I'm facing here.
Yeah. Go.
Welcome to our Rise and Shine at Amazing Grace Learning Center. Well, my name is Tony. We would like to talk to you today about the dark nights of the soul. If you have not watched our last episode yet, we are recommending you to go and check it out. In our last episode, we talked about the soul. Why is it important to talk about this subject? It is very important we talk and understand the subject of the soul, because we are all here on this planet beings that possess what we call a soul. Of course, we are spirit beings, but we possess a soul, and we dwell in a body in order to experience physicality. And if you have been watching or following us on this platform, you know by now that it is a choice that the soul has made to descend to the level of physicality or the world, to learn, to grow, to experience, and above all, to become a master of the physical plane, the physical reality which we are calling life. It is a choice the soul has made. And if we truly understand this journey of the soul, it will make life easier for us. It will help us understand the process. It will help us know exactly what's going on, why life is the way it is. If we don't understand this, well, we will be on this roller coaster of life trying to figure it out and trying to understand and know why things are happening the way they are happening. So if we understand the soul journey, and we know that the soul is in the process of learning, evolving, developing, getting wisdom, experiences, knowledge, understanding, to become an individualized being as one part of the whole. If we truly understand this, life journey becomes something really enjoyable. Now, in our last episode, we mentioned this aspect of the journey when it seems sometimes like things are getting hard, tough, difficult, and sometimes we wonder, why is it so? Why exactly life is the way it is? Because sometimes when we look around, it feels and looks like it's working well for some, and for others, it's not working. And sometimes we go through situations in life and we wonder what in the world is going on. Why is it so? Why it seems like we are doing everything we can, trying all of our best, and yet things are not working. The only answer that we can give to these riddles of life when things are going this way is that we all are not here on this planet Earth for the first time. Reincarnation is part of this process. Reincarnation, which means that we can take different bodies on this planet if they need be, if the soul desires to do so, so that at the end of all these lifetimes, we can get the experience we want to get and be the person, the individual, the aspect of being that we have chosen to be, and be a blessing to humanity. Now, on this journey, it gets to a time when the soul has to stand by herself on her own. That is what we call the dark night of the soul. All the spiritual beings and all who have walked the path of spirituality will tell you about this. The dark night of the soul is something that we all go through. It's a time when the soul is left on her own to learn and know how to become self-sufficient, how to stand by herself, how to be master of her world, how to use the inner power that is dormant and latent within herself. Remember, we have shared on this platform that we are all spirit beings, which means we all possess all the attributes of the spirit. The spirit knows all things, has all power, can do all things. But it is a choice the soul has made not to function as a spirit being when the soul descended in the body. The soul said to herself, I'm going to go through the process of learning and remember one by one all my attributes: power, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. And if I can do that in a body, what I am in the spirit becomes physical, visible, tangible. That is the crux of this journey. That is the joy. That is the passion of the soul's journey. It is the desire and this choice the soul has made to go through all that it takes to become a manifestation of the spirit in the physical realm. It is the passion of the soul. It is the joy of the soul. And when the soul is on this journey, comes the time when the soul has to stand by herself. All of us, when we started this journey, remember, we have already shared here that it's a choice we have made. No one forced us to descend here. Nobody. We chose to come. And everything that we were going to go through was revealed to us, and we accepted it. We signed contracts with people who will be with us along this journey. We chose everything, situation, everything. We have planned it all in one accord with our spirit before we descended. Now, when the soul started this journey, the soul was under grace. This is where we have to reiterate and let everybody understand that this journey is by grace. By grace means it is not by our power, it is not by our human intellect, our ability or human power, willpower to do things. It is by grace. Means when the soul was not yet ready to stand on her own and be master of her world, the soul was covered by grace. Grace was speaking on behalf of that soul. Until the time comes, the soul is ready to stand on her own, face all her demons, and overcome all her demons, and become a master of her world. What are these demons that we are talking about? These demons are the creation of the soul during the time of ignorance, when the soul was not yet aware of this aspect of her being, which is spirit, which knows all things, has all power, can do all things. There was a time the soul was not aware of that. And during that time, the soul created her own demons. So when the dark night of the spirit or the dark night of the soul time comes, the soul has to stand her ground, face her demons, defeat her demons, and regain or retake her power back and rule her world. My beloved friends and viewers, this is what many people do not know about the soul journey. And this time that we are calling the dark nights of the soul is a time that nobody on this planet can avoid. But during that time, the best thing we can do is to remain connected to our source, our origin, our spirit. And when you are there, you are still connected to your source, origin. Nothing can defeat you during that time, because you are covered by grace until the time of the dark night of the soul is over. We are continuing next time, talking a little bit more about these things that we are calling demons, and again, remaining connected to our source, how to do that in a practical way, and how it is important to understand what we are calling demons, because many people don't know about these things. Therefore, they freak out when we use the terms demons, spirit. They don't know exactly what these things are about. So it's good to know about it, so that you are not afraid of these things anymore, but you go through life knowing who you are, overcoming all obstacles until the end, and you become victorious, and you live life the way you designed it to live. We love you at Amazing Grace Learning Center, and it's our pleasure to share this knowledge with you. Thank you for watching.